Hello and welcome to Graceful Connections. This is a special call, live intuitive readings to support your crystalline clairaudience. I'm Sophie Bidard, host and co-creator of Graceful Connections, along with Crystal Hughes, founder of the Academy for the Soul, the online school for intuitive arts. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a master light weaver, flowing the purest crystalline light from the great central sun for revelation, liberation, and true self-embodiment. I am passionate about finding and expressing the divine within and guiding others into this experience as well. My signature work is all about clearing karmic entanglements for wisdom, recollection, and radical liberation, to set yourself on a whole new higher vibrational trajectory. I'm delighted to welcome you to this special call. I'll be doing intuitive readings on your clairaudience, your ability to perceive subtle transmissions and to receive auditory, celestial, and galactic messages, higher realm communications, and inner wisdom. So to request your reading, to come on the line with me, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand on the webcast, or place your request in the Q&A box on the web and ask what number one insight wants to be revealed about my clairaudience right now. Or simply request a reading, and that's what I will be reading for you. First, let's create a safe, sacred space for our readings with the Orb of Truth. Take a moment to let go of anything that doesn't serve this present moment. With each breath, feel yourself arriving more fully here. As we set our intention, may all that flows within our sacred space, be it words, vibrations, energies, serve the highest evolution of our souls and extend outwards in service to all. I invite you to open your heart and your mind to receive all the brilliance that awaits. Activating your connection to the new earth crystalline grid and to the galactic center, the center of truth. You are perfectly held, both grounded and lifted. You are safe, relaxed, and ready, and open to receive. Now I'm calling the Orb of Truth from the galactic center, the center of truth. And placing the Orb of Truth around our group, our gathering, each and every one of us. That we be held in the Orb of Truth and infused with truth all along our time together. And breathe. Beautiful. So before we get to our intuitive readings, I would like to share the highlights about auditory interference depleting your clairaudient abilities, your ability to perceive subtle transmissions and to receive auditory, celestial, and galactic messages, higher realm communications, and inner wisdom. So you may be experiencing auditory interference in the form of constant mental chatter or monkey mind, racing thoughts that drown out your subtle guidance. Your analytical mind overpowering your intuitive reception, over relying on logical thinking for decisions. Mental fog or confusion when trying to listen within. Inability to discern between your thoughts and divine messages. Fear of making up the guidance you receive. Dismissing intuitive whispers as imagination. Sensing guidance is there but not quite hearing it clearly. Doubt about what you're hearing internally. Feeling disconnected from celestial or spirit communication, isolated from divine support. Receiving mixed or contradictory clairaudient messages. Difficulty meditating due to sound distractions. Avoiding quiet meditation time. Frustration at not being able to hear clearly the subtle messages. Fear of expressing and sharing insights you receive clairaudiently. Anxiety about trusting your auditory impressions. And all of these slow you down, hold you back, keep you stuck, and may even paralyze you into constantly seeking external validation instead of tapping into your inner guidance. So it's time to clear the mental noise, energetic static, and auditory distractions and limitations that block your ability to hear subtle guidance. All right, so now that we've set the stage, let's get personal with intuitive readings. So to request your reading, to come on the line with me, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand on the webcast or place your request in the Q&A box on the web and ask what number one insight wants to be revealed about my clairaudience right now. Or yes, just simply ask for a reading and that's what I will be reading for you. And we have plenty of requests, which is wonderful. So thank you all for your interest. I will do my best to get as many of you served as possible. And also, if you find a reading for someone else resonates, gives you shivers, or maybe triggers you, then that's for you as well. So feel free to collect insights from all the readings that will be offered. All right, so let's get started. Let me just take a sip of water. Okay, let's get started with the live callers. Then I'll go to the Q&A and we'll go back and forth. So we're going first to Edison, New Jersey with John V. So I'm unmuting you, John V. Hello.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, John V. Welcome.
Hi, how are you doing?
Very good. Thank you, John V.
Thank you for the reading.
Okay, let's do this. Thank you, John V. Okay, within the orb of truth, John V, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? So my attention is brought to your throat, and I'm feeling words and substance like material, clairaudient insights that you receive that are held and stuck in your throat instead of you speaking them up. Okay? And so you need to start either to start or to amplify, to increase your speaking what comes through. As you speak what comes through, whatever it is, whether it seems significant or not, you need to speak it, to verbalize it, to get it out of your throat where it is stuck right now. And to let it out, okay? It may be to an audience, it may be to yourself, it may be that you just record it on your phone or you just let it out. At this point, it's about letting it out from your throat. And that's it's like, when a motor, an engine is not working, right? You need to get it started again, and so that all the pieces start to come to place and to operate in their right way. So whatever it is that's blocking you from speaking, right? Maybe there's fear, there's hesitation, there's reluctance to speaking up. You can clear this with the etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience that I'm going to talk about a bit later today. Okay, John V?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Blessings.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, John V. Next, we're going to Munich in Germany with Corina. So I'm unmuting you, Corina.
Hello,
Hello.
Sophie.
Hi,
Hello,
Corina.
hello.
Welcome.
Hi. Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the question is the same. I'm very
Mm-hmm.
pleased to hear the answer, and thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Corina. Okay. Let's see what is going to come up for you within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Corina, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now. Okay, so for you, Corina, my attention is brought to the power center. So the interesting thing is that the power center and the throat chakra, they are kind of operating together, right? They are a pair in the sense that they are on both sides of the heart, and they are meant to operate together, that you have power. When you have power in your power center, it empowers you to speak and to, now the clairaudience and the ear chakras, they are secondary to the throat chakra. So this is all attached to the throat chakra, right? And when your throat chakra is strong, it also supports your power center. In some way, they support one another, okay? And there's a weakness in your power center that translates into a weakness in your clairaudient ability. Okay, it's due to past experiences, possibly in this lifetime. I'm seeing more of your ancestral and past lives, and so clearing these karmic. Typically, it is karmic entanglements of auditory interference. Okay, so you can clear these with the etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience, and that's gonna liberate your power center. That's then gonna support your throat chakra and your ear chakras, and things are gonna pop in place, and you're gonna start hearing much more and much more finely. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't hear them like this. Sometimes I get the sentences and I know I have the downloads, but I'm not hearing them like that. Sometimes I just speak things out, and then wondering who's speaking through me, but it's not on the regular
power
basis.
center weakness. Power center weakness needs to be cleared. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you,
Corina. Thank you.
very
Blessings.
nice day. Thank you. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Wonderful. Let's go on. Where are we going next? We're going Somewhere, I don't okay, here is your location. Santa Clara, California, with Mary. Unmuting you, Mary. Hello, Mary. Hi, Mary. I cannot hear you, so that's interesting. But let me do your reading. Since you've raised your hand, I hope you can hear me. And since you've raised your hand, that means you're requesting a reading, so let me do your reading. So thank you, Mary in Santa Clara, California. I don't know why I cannot hear you, but that's okay. I'm going to do your reading. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Mary, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, that's funny. I'm being shown a scene. It's like a cartoon, right? A little cartoon that is playing, that is showing me your clairvoyance, your clairaudience, pushing your clairvoyance to the front and saying like, you go first. And like demanding that clairvoyance goes first, and then clairaudience is going to step up. Now, it may be that sometimes, or that it may be that your clairvoyance is your strength, but still there doesn't have to be an order. And you don't want your clairaudience to hide behind your clairvoyance. You want to have all your clairsenses available, and that they kick in at the moment whenever it shows up, whichever of your senses is requested, that they are free to step in, right? And not being like hiding, like chickening out in a way, right? And like, you go first and I'll go behind. So you want to clear this, and with the etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience, that's gonna support you in clearing this. Okay. Ideally, in a moment, I'm gonna keep doing readings, but then I will be sharing with you about how I'm here to support you with these clearings, and about the etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience that we have happening this Friday. But know that you also have a bundle that covers all your 4 main clairsenses: your clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and claircognizance. And the bundle offers the greatest value and allows you to work on all of your 4 main clairsenses. So that's something that you might want to consider, Mary. In any case, you want to liberate your clairaudience from hiding, no longer hiding behind clairvoyance. Okay. So thank you, Mary. I hope you get the reading. I hope you could hear it. And that's interesting that we couldn't hear you. Thank you, Mary. Blessings. All right. We're going to Encinitas, California. Phone number, last digits are 4481. I'm unmuting you. Hello. Hello, hello. I cannot hear you. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Hello, welcome.
Hello. Could you do a reading for me, please? It's
yes,
Penelope.
What is your name? Penelope, yes, of course. Here you are. Okay. Thank you, Penelope. All right. Tuning in within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Penelope, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? I'm seeing your clairaudience again like a little cartoon character, and like she's dropping her. She's not dropping. She has dropped her shoulders down and her arms down. You know, making this gesture of "I give up." She gave up, right? And she just keeps doing this movement, saying, meaning, right, representing I gave up, I give up, I gave up. And so it's stuck there, right? Giving up, having given up and giving up. And so you want to get her out of this. It's not just an attitude, right? It's not just, having an attitude. It's just giving up. So you want to get her back on board and to help her, right? It's not about giving her a speech and, okay, you can do better like that than that. And, like you would talk to a child, even if it would be a child, you want to help them get, like I'm seeing, like, get back on your bicycle, right? Even if it's not so easy, if you don't yet have your balance, you need to get back on it and try again, a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, try again, and you'll get there, right? You want to be encouraging, supporting, and help her get back on the bike. So definitely doing the clearing with the etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience is going to help her get back on the bike. Does that make sense, Penelope? I hear you.
Yeah, it does. I'm really
giggling.
laughing. I was giggling when you said it for the other person, because I said, I bet I hear the same thing. No, it's wonderful. I'm really excited about the whole bundle. Excited.
Wonderful.
So,
thank you. Well, I'm excited
you.
to have you on board. Thank you, Penelope. Blessings. Bye. Thank you. Thank you for the giggles. I love it. And the image that your higher self gave to me. Blessings. Bye-bye. See you soon. Okay. So fun. Okay. Next we are going. Where are we going? To Tucson, Arizona with Leslie. Hi, Leslie.
Good morning, Sophie.
Good morning, Leslie. All right. So reading for you, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Leslie. Within the orb of truth, Leslie, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, so my attention is called to the root chakra and the sense of feeling safe and actually not feeling safe. So your clairaudience is not feeling safe sharing, and because she doesn't want to be like, if I can't share, if I'm not safe sharing it, I'd rather not even hear it. So shutting down. Okay, she shut down because of past experiences in your lineages, in your past life. So that's typical karmic entanglements. It's showing up on your past timeline, genealogical, maternal, and paternal lines. Experiences where it hasn't been safe speaking what you were hearing, or your ancestors, or it turned out creating trouble to yourself or to others, and so this feeling unsafe, she shut down, and you want to liberate her so that she reclaims her power, right? Her sense of being, I'm hearing sovereign, and not just authorized to speak and to share, but welcomed. Not just tolerated, but welcomed and called for, okay? And for that, she needs to feel safe, okay?
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so clearing on Friday with the etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience, it's going to help her drastically.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Leslie. Blessings. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to St. Cloud, Minnesota with Annette. I'm unmuting you, Annette. Hold on a second. Here you are. Hi, Annette.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, so reading for you, Annette. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Annette, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, my attention is called to the area that's the very bottom of your throat. So it's really in between the upper heart chakra and your throat chakra, right? So the connection of the connection between your heart chakra and your throat chakra. And what I'm feeling there is like there's stuff that is stuck there. It's like big balls of cotton that are stuck there, and it's like the truth of your heart that wants to come through, and what your heart can hear. I'm seeing the ears of your heart, right? What your heart can hear, it wants to express it, but somehow it doesn't go through. The truth of your heart gets stuck somewhere in between your heart and the throat being the conduit for the expression, right? And then it's stuck there and it doesn't come through, and then it's like, then it's too full and you can't receive more, because you need to let this be able to flow freely, so that you can hear more, you can receive more through your ear chakras, and somehow your heart has ears as well. I'm seeing like little ears to your heart chakra, right? But for this, so it's ready, and it wants to operate, but you need to unstuff this that's stuck in the throat, right? Which is what I'm seeing. It's accumulation in this lifetime, but also from past lives and genealogical as well. So that's again typical karmic entanglements. Past stuff that has not been expressed, that is now stuck there, okay, between the heart and the throat. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That feel right?
That
Sound right?
really resonates. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So I'm glad you're on board. I know you're on board. So you're gonna
Me too.
clear this and much more. I want to say for you, Annette, and for everyone today, I'm reading number one insight, and you can be sure that joining on Friday, this one thing, the thing that your higher self brings to your attention, it's like your higher self is screaming for this to be liberated, to be taken care of. But there's so much more that is going to be cleared during our session, and also you're going to have the replay, so you can do more. If you feel guided to, you can do more clearings and go further. Okay, thank you, Annette.
Yeah, thank you, Sophie.
Thank you, blessings. Okay. Beautiful. Let's go on. We are going to Lexington, Massachusetts on the phone. 2186 are the last digits. I'm unmuting you. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's Gail. How are you?
Hi, Gail. Very good. Thank you. Welcome, Gail.
Thank you. I do hear from time to time different messages, but it's certainly not consistent.
Well, it's good that you know you can do it, right? So you want to expand, you want to liberate. It's a great starting point, okay? There's certainly less frustration than when you cannot hear anything at all, but I hear you. That's for sure. I hear you that you want more, and you want more consistency. So let's see for you, Gail, within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, interesting, because it so resonates with what you just said. What I'm seeing your clairaudience standing, and like she's standing and looking forward, maybe to an audience or to whoever, even to the universe, right? Needs to receive her communication. So she's able and she's speaking through, and then every now and then she's turning her back, and as she turns her back, she does, she crosses her arms and she locks up, and her head goes down and she says, not now, no, not doing this now. And she's she's pouting, and there's nothing, you can't get anything from her. She's like shut down, locked up, shut down. And what I'm perceiving, and you may feel like, oh, she's just a spoiled little one who just needs to be right, but that's not. It is in fact that she has in the past. Again, this is karmic entanglements. This has happened in your past lives. This has happened in your lineages when she has been told, not now.
Oh.
Right? When she was shut down, not now. She was told, not now. And then it became kind of her, well, it's been imprinted on her. And it became also kind of her rebellion that, well, if I can't speak freely whenever is something coming through, and you can shut me down, whoever you are, probably an authority, whether parents or whoever else, right? If you can shut me down, then I can decide also not now. And so in this lifetime now, it becomes that she shuts down as a way of signaling that it's not okay that she got shut down, okay? So you want to liberate her from that.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So I hope you join on Friday. Okay. Karmic entanglements. Yeah.
Okay.
Auditory interference. She's been told not now, and now she says not now. Okay. Yes, now, but then sometimes not now. So, yeah.
Okay.
Very interesting.
Well, that's very helpful. Thank you so much, Sophie.
I'm glad about that. You're very welcome. Thank you, Gail. Blessings.
Right.
All right.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay. All right, let's go on. Let me do a couple more readings, then I'll talk to you about the etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience, so that you will know how we can take care of this and help you and support you and get your clairaudience liberated. And then I'll come back to do more readings. For now, let's go to South Africa with Helen. I'm unmuting you, Helen. Hello.
Hi, Sophie.
Hi, Ellen.
You. Yes, I'd love a reading.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Let's see, Helen, within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, so my attention is brought to the heart center, and there's how can I say, like when you clench a fist, right? It's like your heart center is clenching at times, And what I'm perceiving is that there has been instances in the past, again, this is karmic entanglements, it is rooted in your past timelines, it's also in genealogical maternal and paternal lines. There has been instances where your clairaudience were sharing what was coming through clairaudiently. It's not always pleasant, right? It's not always good news. And yet we need to have the courage to share whatever it is, whatever is the truth that the divine is putting trust in us to communicate it. But what happened is that there were instances in which the nature of the message of what was coming through was feeling awkward is a mild word, but it was ranging from feeling awkward to feeling painful to your heart, having to express these things. Okay? And for that reason, so with your heart clenching, then it tenses, it brings tension to the whole energetic system, and then it's like, everything is in tension, and your clairaudience can't flow freely. Okay, so you will want to clear these karmic entanglements to liberate your clairaudience to be free and to allow your heart to gain courage and to be divinely supported, that your heart needs to realign with the truth that if a message, whatever it is that is given to you to communicate, you are not responsible for the message, you are the messenger. And you have I'm hearing you have no right to filter out. It's not okay to filter out. Okay? It's the divine message. So it's kind of, it's kind of saying to your heart, you need to grow up now and to be brave, and we're doing it. It's divine. It is divine message. It is divine communication. Treat it as such. And as you treat it as divine, then you are divinely supported. And that's where your heart can find the courage, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, that makes absolute sense. And I've just been in a situation very recently where I've had to actually stand up and exhibit that courage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you can break through, right? You can do it. You can, but it probably took you a lot of really like a breakthrough. You want things to come to, like, that your whole system comes together with the knowing and sensing and feeling and just being in the truth that this is divine message. You get divine courage, divine empowerment, and you just speak it. And that's it. It's as simple as that. And it becomes as natural as saying hello. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to clear these karmic entanglements that bring so much tension, that force you to have to break through in order to be able to deliver a message. Okay?
Very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Helen. I hope you can join on Friday, and thank you to your birdie. We can hear in the background.
Can you hear them? It's a funny
Yeah.
It's almost like they're going, yeah. Do you hear that?
Absolutely, cheering for you. Let's do this. Wonderful. Thank you, Helen. Blessings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, let's make a little pause. We'll come back to more readings. There are many more requests, and I want to serve as many as possible in the time we have today. But before we go on, I want everyone to be aware of how I'm here to support you with liberating yourself from auditory interference and all the different ways in which it is showing up for you. So I've been inspired to create a brand new series of live sessions for clearing, healing, and activation of your clair senses, the Etheric Propeller for Divine Intuition series. So to follow me as I share about it on the webcast and replay page, you have a link and a button. Click to discover the Etheric Propeller for Crystalline Clairaudience, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propeller clairaudience. gracefulconnections.com with 2 L's, gracefulconnections.com/propeller clairaudience, all in one word. So during this live workshop happening this Friday, July 25th at 9 a.m. Pacific, and yes, there will be a replay, we will come together to clear and heal your karmic entanglements of auditory interference, and then proceed to the activation of crystalline clairaudience. So we'll start with creating your safe, sacred space of the crystalline chamber of light, where you will receive your orb of crystalline clairaudience, powered by the EI, the etheric intelligence, to clear the karmic entanglements of auditory interference with the elemental clover of light protocol, clearing in your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies at the level of your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal and paternal lines, and your future lifeline. So yes, we'll engage the earth elementals for the clearing and healing of auditory interference in your physical body, the water elementals for your emotional body, air elementals for your mental body, and fire elementals for your spiritual body. And we'll be clearing for each body, clearing and healing at the level of your aura, past timeline, genealogical maternal and paternal lines, and future lifeline. And then we'll proceed to the activation of crystalline clairaudience with DNA light language codes and the transmission of pure source light from the great central sun to fill in and nourish your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies with the light of truth, revealing the wisdom and guidance of crystalline clairaudience. And we'll complete with your ethereal frequency attunement mantra for crystalline clairaudience. So you'll use your mantra on a daily basis to access and tap into the frequency of crystalline clairaudience, a divinely inspired, guided, and empowered ability to perceive subtle transmissions, activating your sacred listening and establishing crystal clear auditory reception of celestial and galactic messages, higher realm communications, and inner wisdom. To prepare and support your clearing, healing, and activation session, you'll receive a PDF guide containing all the details and the guidance you need for your session preparation to gain the greatest possible outcomes in the smoothest possible way. For your clearing, healing, and activation session with your personal orb of crystalline clairaudience, and for your ethereal frequency attunement mantra. So I hope you will seize this brand new opportunity to upgrade your clairaudience to unprecedented levels with the power of the EI, the etheric intelligence. So get your etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience. Again, it's happening live this Friday. Click on the button or the link on the webcast and replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propeller clairaudience. And also, I want to bring to your attention the Etheric Propeller Series Bundle, Divine Intuition Liberation. This bundle includes this session, the Etheric Propeller for Crystalline Clairaudience, plus another 3 etheric propellers for radiant clairvoyance, for awakened clairsentience, and for illuminated claircognizance. So you definitely want to consider this bundle that comes with a very special price and really amazing value. If you're looking for deep and systematic healing, clearing, and activations for full spectrum intuitive mastery, this is for you. So you have the link on your webcast and replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propellerintuition. gracefulconnections.com/propellerintuition, all in one word. And that's all about the bundle. That's where you're going to find the bundle. So now that it's clear how I'm here to support you with these, clearing these karmic entanglements and boosting your clairaudience into crystalline clairaudience, now let's go back to our readings. So we are going somewhere in the USA with Rosalie. I'm unmuting you, Rosalie. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome, Rosalie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Okay. So, reading for you, Rosalie. Thank you. Let's see. Within the orb of truth, Rosalie, I ask your higher self, what number 1 insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, so again, my attention is brought to the root chakra, and there's this sense of not feeling safe. Actually, for you, interesting, Rosalie, it's not even yet about not safe to speak. It's actually not safe to listen, is what I'm being shown. And it ends up having your clairaudience being stuck. I'm seeing like she can't move. She's stuck. She's like in a freeze. You know, like when you have a big scare and you freeze, she's in that freeze mode because of, yes, that's again karmic entanglements, instances in your past timeline, genealogical, maternal, and paternal lines. I'm seeing like being slapped on the ears, like what are you listening, right? What are you like picking, hearing, trying, and whether it was a literal physical slap, right, being slapped, or it was like energetic or being told, right? However it happened, and it happened several times, enough times that it created the karmic entanglements, that she's in that state, your clairaudience is in that state of freeze, stuck, and so scared that she doesn't want to listen. She's too scared to listen. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. Oh, that's too much. Oh, wow.
Well, it is what it is, but the good news is you can come and take her hand and lead her out of this freeze into feeling safe and being empowered to speak, to listen and to speak, to listen, being empowered to listen as a first step, right? So you need to clear these karmic entanglements that hold her stuck and in this freeze, okay?
Okay, thank you, Sophie.
Yeah, you're welcome, Rosalie. I hope you can join on Friday. Thank you. Blessings.
Which time is it on Friday?
9 a.m. Pacific.
Okay.
And if you can't make it, there's going to be a replay, obviously, as always. Okay. Thank you,
right.
Rosalie. Blessings. Okay.
Blessings.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Next, we are going to Pompano Beach with Tamara. Unmuting you, Tamara. Hello.
Hello, Sophie. How are you?
Hello, Tamara. I am very good. Nice to hear you, Tamara. Welcome.
Yes, and I think Friday sounds great. And I wanted to know my number one clairaudience, what's keeping me back?
Yes, thank you. Okay. All right. Within the orb of truth, Tamara, I ask your higher self what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now. Okay, so we're going to your throat. I'm being shown like tremor, like trembling, right? Is that right? The right word, tremor, right? Trembling,
Yeah.
right? In the throat, like the throat is trembling, and it's like your throat is too scared. She's trying to speak and to deliver, whether to speak out or to speak it to your mind, right? Even to speak silently, but to deliver the messages that your clairaudience is picking up. But she's trembling, she's scared, and with this trembling, some of it goes out, some of it doesn't go out, and it's just like feeling insecure. Your throat is scared. Actually, your throat is scared. That's the point of this. And with your throat being scared, then to deliver, then your clairaudience doesn't want to overwhelm your throat and doesn't want to give too much to your throat to share because she's already scared. So let's not overwhelm her and overburden her. So you will want to liberate your throat, that your throat can feel free and empowered and even proud and delighting in delivering what your clairaudience is picking up. And then your clairaudience is gonna follow and is gonna say, okay, now if we can share it, now let's get to picking up the messages and bringing them forward. Okay?
Oh, okay, and that just resonates so much, and I would be able to learn after Friday, it can happen, that I will actually deliver and say I'll know in my mind and then be able to say it. I don't always think I know in my mind.
Yeah, you need to clear the throat. At this stage, that's the priority. You need to clear the throat, the scare in the throat. That's gonna allow what comes through your clairaudience to be shared either outwards to be spoken up or shared inwards for you to receive it. Okay, so you want to clear this scare of the throat that is rooted in past timelines, genealogical, maternal, and paternal lines. These are karmic entanglements, right? So you want to liberate your throat. I hope you can join on Friday.
Yes, thank you, Sophie.
You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Tamara. Blessings. Okay, let's go on. We're doing good. We're doing great. And yet there are many more requests, so let's keep going. Let's keep going, everyone. Okay, we're going to okay, United States. Laquita, unmuting you. Hello.
Hi. Sophie,
Hi.
can you hear me?
Yes, welcome, Laquita. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. So, reading for you, Laquita. Let's see, within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, so we're going to your power center. Okay, there's a number of things going on there. There's kind of a sense of being punched in the stomach and punched into the power center, you know. So now when when someone is punched in their stomach, it's like, oh, right, it just chokes you, and it creates tension, right? And then your power center is tense and is kind of scared of being punched again. So there's this going on, and at the same time, there's a sense of, with the tension in your power center, there's a sense of pulling back. Your power center is being pulled from the back. So instead of being able to move forward and to make progress, there's a pulling back and going backwards, right? Like regressing, going backwards. So even losing abilities that you had or things that you were able to do and now you can't, or you're losing the power to do it. So for you, Laquita, there are instances in the past, again, these are karmic entanglements, in which your clairaudience in action, being in action, so you receiving message, you and your ancestors receiving messages and sharing them, resulted in being punched in the stomach, right? And your power center being depleted, and then it happened a number of times until then you lose the power and the will to actually share those messages, and it just kind of shuts down and it goes backwards. Okay, it's being pulled backward. So you want to liberate your power center from these imprints and these karmic entanglements so that your power center reclaims its power and then is able to support your throat and your ear chakras and support your clairaudience. And I'm here and to say that your power center then finally says to your throat and clairaudience, okay, let's do this. Okay?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
It does.
So you want to clear these karmic entanglements. Okay. I hope you can join on Friday.
Okay.
Laquita. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Blessings. Yeah. Well, I hope everyone joins on Friday, to tell you the truth, because this is going to be very powerful and liberating. And again, make sure, if you're considering joining on Friday, make sure to check the bundle, because it is such great value that you might want to not just join on Friday, but join the whole series and to take care of your clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and claircognizance. With that, let's go on. We're going to Bend, Oregon with Jyoti. Unmuting you, Jyoti. Hello.
Hi, Sophie. How are you?
Hi, Jyoti. I'm very good.
I just saw it and I hopped on the call just about 5 minutes ago. But
okay, right on time for your reading.
I know, right on time. Oh gosh, I love your work. Can you possibly read for me now on Clairaudience?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Okay. Within the orb of truth, Jyoti, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, there's tension in your heart. Okay, again, these are karmic entanglements, instances in the past, in your past timeline and genealogical, maternal and paternal lines, instances in which your clairaudience has been like forbidden, like you or your ancestor were forbidden to speak, like shut up, being very brutally shut down, like this, shut up. And it hurt your heart so much. It hurt your heart so much to be shut up in that way, and to be prevented from delivering what your heart knows, the truth of what it is, that these are divine messages, whatever they are. These were and these are divine messages, divine truths, divine insights, divine sounds also. and it hurt your heart so much that then your clairaudience decided to, okay, let's just not hurt the heart more, and let's just be on hold. It's not totally given up. It's not totally shut down. It's more like, let's not do more so we don't hurt the heart. So you need to liberate your heart from these past imprints so that your heart feels brave again and empowered and free. And yeah, let's do it, heart and ears together and throat together. Let's do this. Let's be of service, and let's have the courage to speak up and to speak what we are offered and trusted to deliver. Okay, so you need to liberate your heart. Your heart wants to, your ears are waiting for your heart. Your ear and throat are waiting for your heart to be ready so that the whole thing can start operating again.
This is so right on. I just thank you so much thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I hope you can join on Friday as well. Yeah.
I will try. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Blessings. And again, thank you, Jyoti. There is the replay. And I can tell you, this is our second series with the ETHERIC Propeller. We had a first series during the spring. And that was the very first series of ETHERIC Propeller. And some of you who are on the call today were there, attended, participated, and joined, and some others as well. And some did join on the replay. And I can tell you that the feedback from those who joined on the replay was of the same efficiency and results and depth of the work that we do. We do the work, whether it's on the live call. Yes, it's always great when you can catch the live call, but if you can't, the only thing that I would suggest you to do when you work with the replay is that you set yourself up as if it were a live call. So you block some time, you assign it on your calendar, you block some time in which you will be available, dedicated to your work, dedicated to your session, to your ETHERIC Propeller. You will be undisturbed and you can totally let yourself go into the process. It lasts 1 hour, then there's about half an hour available for conversation, sharing, interaction. So make sure to block the time, to set some time aside, and to be in a space where you are undisturbed and you can do your work as if it were a live call. With this condition, you recreate the experience of a live call, and I guarantee to you that you get the same results. So whether it's live or on the replay, you can do it, right? And you can do it either way. Okay, so I wanted to make that note. Thank you, Jyoti. Blessings. All right, we're going to Honduras with Beverly. Unmuting you, Beverly. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, hello, Beverly. Welcome.
Oh, my goodness. Hi, I couldn't believe you even said my name.
Oh.
I am in Honduras. And
yes.
I was trying to, I can't even remember the wording of the question that we're supposed to ask,
okay.
But I know, yes.
Yes, that's okay.
I'm blessed today.
You.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yes, you are. All right. Thank you for blessing us with your presence all the way from Honduras. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's do this, Beverly. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self. I'm going to mute you, Beverly, because there's some sound that's a bit disturbing. Okay, and I'll unmute you once the reading is done, but you will hear the reading. Okay, within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Beverly, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, interesting. I'm seeing your clairaudience like behind the door. It's like the front door of the house, let's say. She's just behind the door, so she's inside the house, right? And she's opening the door a little bit. And she's kind of hesitating, looking a bit outside, and she's like, shall I go? And then she slams the door. So she's like, shall I go? Oh no, shall I go? So she's kind of ready to go. She wants to go, but then she kind of panics, and she like, she freaks out, and she slams the door, and she comes back in, and then she starts going into self-blame, and then feeling miserable for herself, and why did I not? Then it goes into spirals, emotional spirals, right? So your clairaudience is, she's getting ready to get out there, to open the door and go and do it, but she's still not quite there yet. And the reason is that there are echoes. I'm seeing like, when there's ripples on the water, right? There are ripples that come from the past, so from the karmic entanglements, from past timeline, from your ancestral lineages. There are ripples coming from the past, ripples of fear that are still affecting her, and that as willing as she is and as wanting as she is, at the moment to get out there and start doing it, right, to open the door and start daring, it just takes her over, and she slams the door. So you want to liberate her from these imprints from the past and from these karmic entanglements. And so again, I hope you can join Beverly on Friday. Now I'm going to unmute you, and let's see how this sounds and feels for you. Beverly, you're back on the line. Hi, Beverly. Can you hear me? I hope you get your reading. Now I cannot hear you. First there was some interference. Talk about interference. And now I cannot hear you. So I hope you received your reading, and I hope it resonates, and I hope you join on Friday, because she's getting there. Let's give her a boost and give her a hand and help her get out there. Okay? Thank you, Beverly. In any case, thank you for joining, and blessings to you. All right. Okay, let me take some requests from the Q&A. There are so many requests in the Q&A box, so let's see where we are going here. Okay. We're going to New York with Jill. Okay. Thank you, Jill. Within the orb of truth, Jill, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, that's funny. It's a funny representation. I'm not sure it's funny in itself, but it's a funny sight. Again, it's interesting how many of the readings are showing up in the form of little cartoons. Imagine your ears and your ear chakras, so your inner ears. Imagine they have little arms and hands, and these arms and hands extend to go to your throat and to squeeze there and to choke and to prevent from speaking. So your clairaudience doesn't want what is picked up, what is available, doesn't want it to be shared. That's, again, out of fear and out of the resonance of and the imprints of past experiences, past timeline, maternal, paternal lines. These are karmic entanglements, instances in which things didn't turn out good, right? That have created a fear of when speaking, when sharing what comes through your clairaudience. It had created trouble for yourself or others. It has didn't turn out good, and then there's this fear of no, don't speak it, and now your ears are busy, like your ear chakras are busy choking your throat chakra, like don't speak this. And instead of they would love to be available to listen and to be able to speak freely, but it's not there yet. You need to liberate yourself and your ears from your ear chakras, your subtle ears, from this fear and from these karmic entanglements, so that when they no longer hold the fear, they can listen, they can calm down for one, listen and give to the throat to speak at the appropriate time, in the appropriate manner, right? Not everything needs to be spoken right now, okay? There's a way and there's a timing of speaking, but all of this can be organized and supervised by your higher self for your highest good and highest good of all. So instead of being locked up in fear, let's liberate the fear, let's clear the fear, and ask your higher self to be in charge of the orchestration that is in your highest good and the highest good of all. Okay, so I hope you can join also on Friday, Jill. Thank you. Blessings. Okay, next we're going to Kathy, into Los Angeles with Kathy. So thank you, Kathy. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Kathy, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now, Kathy? Okay, my attention is going to the back of your heart chakra, and there's a sense of stab in the back. There has been, this is also past lives, genealogical, maternal and paternal lines. There has been instances in which you or your ancestors shared what your clairaudience was receiving and shared the messages, and when you were feeling empowered and inspired to share, but then did someone betray you, or you interpreted that the insights turned out against you? It didn't turn out good, and you interpreted it as a betrayal, almost like the insights that you shared betrayed you instead of keeping you safe. So it's a lot of misinterpretation of the intensity of the moment, of things that didn't turn out well when the clairaudient messages were shared, and with now this sense of being stabbed in the back of the heart, it hurts the heart, and there's a sense of let's not do that again, right? You're losing courage. Let's not do that again. If it's to get, stabbed in the back again, I don't want, I'm hearing I don't want to play this. I don't want to do that. So you want to clear these imprints, these karmic entanglements, liberate your heart to have the courage and to be brave again, and that then it liberates, okay, let's do this, right? That your clairaudience feels free to get back to work, get back to play, okay? Thank you, Kathy. I hope also you can join on Friday. Blessings to you, Kathy. Okay. we are going to Keswick with Glenn. Thank you, Glenn. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Glenn, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now. Okay, so there's something going on between your throat and ear chakras and your power center. And what I'm being shown and giving to perceive is that your throat and ears are ready for more. They want to play more. They're like all buzzing, right? Buzzing. And they're calling for more. They're ready for more. But it's in contrast with how your power center is not feeling for more, is not ready for more, and is not feeling that it has the power to do more, to listen more, to hear more subtly. So it's not on board. Your power center is not on board to the degree that your ears and throat chakra are on board. And it's just some it's a stretch. There's a stretch there's a stretch and an evolution for which your throat and ears are ready, your clairaudience is ready, but your power center is not ready, and you want to liberate your power center. There were instances in which, going further didn't turn out so well, and your power center kind of says, yeah, no, I'm not going further. Let's keep it there. But there is potential for more, and there is willingness. So what you want to do, well, what I recommend and what you're invited to do and what your higher self wants you to do is to liberate your power center, to bring your power center to bring it on board, that it is along with your throat and ears, and yes, let's do this, let's do more, let's get more subtle, let's go deeper, let's go further, let's get there, to have your power center be excited and enthusiastic, and to bring the fire that is required to get to go further and deeper and to refine. Okay, so I hope you can join also on Friday, ETHERIC Propeller, for crystalline clairaudience and liberate your power center of these karmic entanglements, these imprints from the past. Thank you, Glenn. Blessings. All right, let's keep going. So many requests. Thank you, everyone, for your interest. I hope you do pick up anything that resonates for you. That's for you as well. Okay. We're going to Switzerland with Sabina. Thank you, Sabina. Yeah. Okay. Within the orb of truth, Sabina, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, so that's kind of similar to something that came earlier for someone else in another reading, in which your clairaudience is kind of hiding behind your clairvoyance, and yet it's different than the previous reading, right? It's not hiding, it's just that there's a sense that your clairvoyance is stronger. At least that's it's like your clairaudience is in this comparison game that is never healthy, right? We each want to do our best, the best we can to operate at the best of our abilities, and including the different parts and aspects of us and our different senses, right? So it's kind of your clairaudience is a bit upset and kind of, okay, well, clairvoyance can do it. Okay, clairvoyance is doing a great job. You can do it. And maybe, yeah, that's what resonates, is that in the past there are karmic entanglements in which you were praised for your clairvoyance and your clairaudience was not praised, was ignored, or was put down, and then she got upset, right? And now she's not so much on board, and she can't really be bothered that much, like, okay, well, let clairvoyance do it. Now, we all want all our clair senses to be at their best and to operate together instead of being in competition with one another. You want them to be an orchestra, that when it's the time for this instrument to play, this instrument plays. When it's the time for the clairaudience, that's where it goes. When it's time for clairvoyance, that's where it goes, and they support each other and they cooperate and it be in synergy. That's not where it is right now, okay? So what I'm seeing, Sabina, it would be great to join the bundle that you go through the whole series and clear all the karmic entanglements for all your 4 main clair senses, so that for you, it's going to be about bringing them together as a bundle, right? Through the bundle, you create them to be a bundle, to be an orchestra, to be in synergy and in harmony with one another, okay? And yeah, so thank you, Sabina. I hope you can join on Friday. Thank you, Sabina. Blessings. Okay. Let me take a bit of water. That's a lot. A lot of readings. I'm delighted to do them. I love what is coming through. Let's keep going for a little while. So many requests. Okay. Glenn says, thank you for the deep analysis of my clairaudience situation. Much appreciated. Much love. Thank you, Glenn. Blessings. Okay. We are going to New York City with Sky. All right. Thank you, Sky. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Sky, what number 1 insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, so my attention is brought to the root chakra. So there's a sense of not feeling safe using your clairaudience, not feeling safe putting your clairaudience to work, to play, right, to operate. So that's the first element, but also, so root chakra, but also going into the second chakra, the sacral chakra. And that's where there's something to the combination of the root and sacral chakra. It seems that in the past, these are karmic entanglements. Your clairaudience was used in creative ways, so that's where it relates to your sacral chakra, being creative expression, creativity. And it didn't turn out well, so instances in which traumatic experiences that have anchored fear that end up, the fear tends to paralyze your clairaudience. Okay, so you want to clear those imprints from the past, to clear these karmic entanglements, clear the fear, liberate your clairaudience, and make it available for creativity or for whatever else. Set it free. Okay, and let your clairaudience take back its right place in your energetic system, is what I'm being shown. When it clicks back in place, being free and empowered and ready to go and actually going and doing it, it's going to benefit your root chakra and your sacral chakra as well. Okay, so there's some adjustment to do there that are gonna take place by clearing these karmic entanglements. So I hope you can join as well on Friday, Sky. Thank you. Blessings. Okay. Okay. We're going to Big Rapids with Jennifer. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, we're going straight to your throat. There are hands grabbing your throat. These are imprints from the past, karmic entanglements, instances in which you, in past lives, your ancestors in the lineages have been choked, strangled, like shut up. They have like being strangled in order to stop you from speaking, you or your ancestors, from speaking the messages, the channeled messages, speaking the truth, speaking the divine messages. So I'm very clearly like seeing and feeling hands grabbing your throat and choking you in order to silence you. Okay, and then it stayed blocked. It stayed stuck with this being choked. Okay, so you want to liberate your throat. That will allow for the freedom of speech, and especially of speaking what your clairaudience receives and gives for you to express. Okay, so same thing. I hope you join on Friday and clear these karmic entanglements. Thank you, Jennifer. Blessings. Okay. All right, just give me a second. All right, next, let's keep going. We're going to Gothenburg with Kinga. Thank you, Kinga. Tuning in. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Kinga, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now, Kinga? Okay, I'm being shown, it's funny because I'm being shown your clairaudience being on hold, like she's suspended. She's on hold, she's ready, but she's waiting for your throat. As is the case for many, right? And these are, well, karmic entanglements, imprints from the past. That's why we're here coming together on Friday to clear these karmic entanglements that are imprints from the past that result in blocks, right? And blockages and limitations, obstructions. Your ears, your clairaudience is on hold, waiting for your throat to be ready to speak. And your throat is not ready to speak because of past traumatic experiences, like she's on mute. I'm seeing this is very much like looking at sound devices, like maybe the stereo equipment at your home. And so the throat is on mute out of fear, and the clairaudience, the ears, are on hold, right? They're on hold. It's on hold. Clairaudience is on hold. It's ready. It just waits for the throat to be ready. So you want to liberate the throat in order to start the flow, to be able to flow and to be spoken, and then more flow will come. Okay, so I hope you join also on Friday, Kinga. Thank you. Blessings. All right, let's go to Lee's Summit with Ellen. Yes, beautiful birthday gift for you with this reading. Okay, I'm delighted that I can gift you this reading, this birthday. Happy birthday to you, Ellen. Let's see. Thank you for being with us on your birthday. Let's see what's coming up for you within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Ellen, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, your power center is not okay. It's feeling kind of nauseous to the idea of doing clairaudience and of supporting clairaudience. Okay, now for your clairaudience to operate, you need your power center to be on board. You need to be empowered, right? To have the power. And again, as I said earlier, the throat and ear chakras, they are kind of going in pair, kind of a tandem with the power center, and power center is supposed to bring power to your throat and ears to do their thing. But your power center is not on board, is feeling nauseous, like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And that's again karmic entanglements, imprints from the past experiences in which it didn't turn out well. And it feels so sickening to your power center. Just the thought of it, of doing clairaudience, it feels sickening to your power center. So you want to liberate your power center to allow it to be strong again and powerful and all fired up and enthusiastic. And yes, let's use our gift of clairaudience and let's do this, right? So you want to clear these karmic entanglements. And I hope you join on Friday as well, Ellen. And thank you, and blessings and birthday blessings to you, Ellen. Thank you. All right. Okay, let's keep going. Whew. So many requests. Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for all your requests and all your interest, everyone. I hope you benefit from all the readings in any case, that something resonates within you. Because as I pointed, what number one insight, which means, well, there are many insights, right? I'm picking up the number one, the one that your higher self wants you to hear today, or to be offered today, to receive today. And that's your priority to work on. But if you listen to other readings, you can collect a whole treasure of insights. Every insight for someone else that resonates, make it yours. If it gives you chills, if you think you hear yourself saying, oh, that's for me, oh, that's me, oh, that feels right. If it triggers you, if it makes you uncomfortable, that's for you as well. So whether or not you receive a reading, I'm sure that there's something for you today. Okay. With that, let's keep going. We're going to Los Angeles with Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now. Okay, there's fear in your throat and your root chakra is feeling weak, so that not feeling safe, not feeling secure, legs are feeling weak, like almost fainting, right? The fear, that's again imprints from the past. These are karmic entanglements, past timeline, genealogical, maternal, and paternal lines, experiences, instances in which things didn't turn out well, things turned out traumatically, that have installed the fear in your throat, and the fear affecting your root chakra, this feeling not safe, not secure, difficult to stand on your legs, and to almost fainting is the sense I'm getting, right? That's the intensity of this fear that is stuck and that is holding your clairaudience stuck in fear. So you want to liberate your throat, your root, your whole being, liberate your clairaudience. And I hope also you join on Friday, Sandra. Thank you. Blessings. We're going to Sparta with Lara. Thank you, Lara. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Lara, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now. Okay, we have something again in which your clairaudience is hiding behind your clairvoyance, and it's out of fear, and it's like your clairaudience is refusing, like, I'm not doing it. Let clairvoyance do it. I'm not doing it. Okay? And again, you want ideally, and that's what I wish for all of you, you want all your clair senses to be on board and to be together in a synergy and in a harmony, not hiding behind one another, not comparing, not competing, but not either letting the other one do it and I'm not doing it out of fear. And it's okay. We need to recognize that right, when you fear doing something, you'd rather someone else does it, right? So what you want to do is to clear this fear, right? The fear is in the throat, things, and fear stems from the past, karmic entanglements, things that were shared that created trouble. That's what I'm hearing. It created trouble. And it resonates like there's echo. It echoes through your past timeline, your maternal and paternal lines. These are karmic entanglements. You want to liberate your throat from this fear, this paralyzing fear, and that your clairaudience comes on board and plays along with clairvoyance and your other senses, okay? So again, I hope you join on Friday, Lara. Thank you. Blessings. Okay, let's go next to Puerto Rico with Carmen. Thank you, Carmen. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Carmen, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now, Carmen? Heart chakra, there's like some piercing sensation, like being stabbed, being like it feels attacked, and it hurts the heart. The way there are many instances, these are karmic entanglements, instances in your past timeline, in your maternal and paternal lines, instances in which what came through clairaudiently, what was spoken, what was shared, was not well received, was not received as divine messages, divine sounds, was not received as divine. And whatever the trouble that this caused, it hurt your heart so bad that your heart is not ready for any more of those instances and is blocking. It's kind of everything is on freeze, on hold. You need to liberate your heart from those imprints from the past so that first your heart be free from this pain, this suffering, and is on board. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the divine work. Let's share the divine messages, the divine sounds. Let's be of divine service again. Okay, so yeah. It seems that what hurt in the past, right? What has hurt your heart the most is that what was offered through your clairaudience, what was communicated, was not received as divine. And that hurt the heart. And in a way, your being ideally needs to be of service and not caring about how they receive it and what they do with it. Let the divine take care of them. Let the divine take care of how they receive it, how they interpret it, how this, how that. Let you do your divine work and focus on doing your divine work as opposed to focusing on how they receive it. Let the divine take care of them as you take care of your divine work. Okay, so you need to liberate your heart from those past experiences and past imprints. All right, thank you, Carmen. Blessings. Wow, that was profound. And maybe, well, the profoundness, the depth of this pain, maybe that this resonates with many of you. It may be that many hearts as are feeling this, are in the same place. Okay, so let's liberate our hearts. So, courage is a quality of the heart. We need our hearts on board in order to do our divine work, our divine service, and to speak the divine words and to emit the divine sounds that we are trusted with. So we need our hearts on board. Okay, so liberate your heart. If it hurts your heart, liberate your heart so that your heart is on board and supports and plays the game and have fun as well. Okay? Thank you, Carmen. Blessings. Okay, let's do a couple more. And I'm going to trust that through all these readings that everyone will have been served. We're going to go to Walnut Creek, California with Lyubov. Thank you, Lyubov. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Lyubov, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, I'm seeing like, okay, imagine someone from behind you. They're putting some kind of scarf around your throat and pulling you back and shutting you down, right? So they're pulling you backwards through the throat, right? This scarf wrapped around your throat and pulling you backward. And as they pull you backward, they also silence you, shut you down, prevent you from speaking. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that's again karmic entanglements. This has happened many times in your past lives, in your genealogical, maternal, and paternal lives. It has happened literally, like the scene I'm being shown and I'm trying to describe with someone behind you. It has happened literally in that way. It's also symbolically. It has happened in instances in which someone or even whole groups or collectives or some institution, right? There's some judge as well involved, I'm seeing, with the hammer, right? Hitting the hammer as a judge, like boom, 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 judging you and sentencing you. It has happened symbolically where you were pulled back and silenced, okay? These are all karmic entanglements that need to be cleared and that your higher self wants you to clear, to liberate, that your throat and your ear chakras be freed to let's do clairaudience again, right? So liberation from these imprints from the past. I hope you join on Friday, Lyubov. Thank you. Blessings. We are going to Germany with Veronique. Thank you, Veronique. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Veronique, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Okay, so there's a whole combination here that involves your throat and your crown. And what I'm being shown is, again, karmic entanglements, instances in which you were silenced, so prevented from speaking what came through your clairaudience. And this shutting you down, silencing you, has generated as a reaction, there's shutting down, not complete, but to some degree, shutting down the connection between your crown chakra and your throat and ears, your ears being able to receive and connecting with your crown to get some insights. And in short, what it's saying, what it's trying to say is, if it cannot be spoken, if it cannot be shared, let's not even receive it, right? So the shutting down of the throat due to being silenced, having been silenced, and this having been imprinted as karmic entanglements, it's like I'm seeing like when a tap, right, for water, when you turn it down, if the tap for the throat is turned down, to some degree there's a turning down or turning off of the tap of the that regulates the connection between your crown and your subtle ears, your inner ears. Like, let's not receive. If I'm not able to share it, let's not even receive it. Okay, so clearing these karmic entanglements will allow to liberate your throat and will allow to liberate the connection of your ears with your crown. That's okay. Now if we can speak again, now we can receive again. Okay, so you want to undo these and clear these karmic entanglements. You want to undo this shutdown that has taken place. Okay, thank you, Veronique. Blessings. All right. We're going to do one more. We're going to Midlothian, Virginia with Susan. Thank you, Susan. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Susan, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your clairaudience right now? Oh, we're going to your root chakra that's pulsating. There's fear, panic, like, oh no, let's not do this. There's a panic, fear, feeling very unsafe, very insecure. The thought of doing clairaudience brings a sense of insecurity and a sense of panic. Okay? Again, these are karmic entanglements, imprints from the past. So many instances in which it turned out in trauma. It generated trauma using your clairaudience, and your ancestors using their clairaudience turned out into dramatic traumatic events that's generated so much fear that it's like there's a direct connection. If you think, I don't know if you can feel it, maybe now as I speak it through the reading, that you can sense the connection between just talking or thinking clairaudience. It fires up your root chakra in a way, not fired up like empowered. It's like, fires it up with panic, like, oh no. It's saying no. Okay, so you want to clear these karmic entanglements. You want to liberate your clairaudience from the fear, panic, and rooted in the past, and so that it becomes not only possible, but exciting and being inspired again, okay? And doing it in a safe way, in a way that is safe for you and and that it's in the highest good of all. You do this with your higher self, okay? So thank you, Suzanne. Blessings. All right. Wow. That was a lot of readings. And there are many more requests, but that's as many as I can do for today. And I get the sense, I hope you agree, that we're kind of covered with all the different situations. And yes, every reading is different, but at the same time, we kind of get it, right, what it's all about. So I believe that whether or not you received your own intuitive reading or picked up insights from someone else's reading, at this point it is clear how I can support you to liberate yourself from auditory interference. Let me wrap up my special offer. Click the button or the link on the webcast or replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propeller clairaudience. The etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience, the clearing, healing, and activation session happening live on Friday, July the 25th at 9 a.m. Pacific, plus the replay. Are you ready for crystalline clairaudience, a divinely inspired, guided, and empowered ability to perceive subtle transmissions, activating your sacred listening and establishing crystal clear auditory reception of celestial and galactic messages, higher realm communications, and inner wisdom? Get your etheric propeller for crystalline clairaudience to clear these karmic entanglements. And also, I want to remind you of the Etheric Propeller Series bundle, Divine Intuition Liberation, which includes this session, Etheric Propeller for Crystalline Clairaudience, plus another 3 Etheric Propellers for Radiant Clairvoyance, Awakened Clairsentience, and Illuminated Claircognizance. That's a great price, the bundle, amazing value, and full spectrum intuitive mastery. So you also have the link on your webcast and replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propeller intuition. So I hope to see you there. Let's do this. And now let's take a moment to be present once again to the orb of truth, allowing it to remain there, holding us, holding all that we have received today, all that we're not even yet aware that we have received, allowing it to sink in, to settle in, as we are held in the orb of truth for as long as it serves our highest good, our evolution, and the highest good of all. And I'm closing now by giving gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you for answering yes to the calling of truth and the calling of your crystalline clairaudience to be embraced and modeled for others. Gratitude to the Orb of Truth for providing a safe, sacred space for our gathering and our intuitive readings today. Gratitude to our higher selves and all the higher beings who guide, support, and protect us. And gratitude to the divine. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Until we meet again, as soon as this Friday for our live ETHERIC Propeller for Crystalline Clairaudience session. And make sure to sign up now so you'll have time to prepare, to optimize your session, getting the greatest possible outcomes in the smoothest possible way. So until then, many graceful blessings to you all, and goodbye now.